Hey, what's good? January 6, 1973, ABC aired the first of 65 episodes of Schoolhouse Rock. These were a collection of animated shorts that explained things like how noun is a person, place, or thing. We learned about interjections. And we got to shop around for adverbs. This is America, Three Ring Government by Schoolhouse Rock. Before we get into it, remember to go to coconutjustice.com to get you some clothes I think would look good on you. Let's go. Three ring government, three equal branches of government is how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be bullying the other parts of the government. It's wild to see what's happening today. Let's go, Schoolhouse Rock. Educate us once again.
Gonna have a three-ring circus someday. People will say it's a fine one, son. Gonna have a three-ring circus someday. People will come from miles around. Lions, tigers, acrobats, and jugglers and clowns galore. Tightrope walkers, pony riders, elephants, and so much more.
Pay attention to the underlying message is there's a three-ring circus and it should be represented by all kinds of different beings, all different walks of life, all different kinds of animals, not necessarily animals, but you know what I mean, people.
I got the idea right here at school. Felt like a fool when they called my name. Talking about the government and how it's arranged. Divided in three like a circus. Ring one, executive. Two is legislative, that's Congress. Ring three.
Easy way to remember the three parts of the government. Everything is supposed to gel together. J-E-L. Gel together. Judicial, executive, and legislative. Judicial is the judges. Executive is the president. And legislative is both houses of Congress, both the House of Representatives and the Senate. So those are the three co and equal branches of government, no matter what they're telling you, no matter what the president is telling you, no matter what. That's how it's set up. That's how it's supposed to be. And then every branch of government kind of has their own responsibility, really, right? So you have the Senate and the House that basically the House is representation. It's the bigger house because it's direct representation for us, right? We vote these folks into office. Then you have those are the people that basically they bring up issues that from where they're from. And then the Senate kind of helps build laws. The president has ideas and he has, hey, we should try this or we should try that. All right, cool. So then the president comes up with ideas to help the legislative branch, not the legislative, the legislative branch. The executive pitches ideas to the legislative branch as far as making laws go, and then the legislative branch then hands off basically the responsibility of how we operate as a country then falls on the judicial. They carry out the laws, right? So loosely, that's basically how it's supposed to work. Everyone's supposed to work together to interpret the law and how to make the Constitution make sense. We see people taking advantage and they're changing things and they're moving things and to benefit themselves, specifically business owners, and then, So we're starting to see, not starting, we've been seeing like the bastardization and the redescription of what these folks are supposed to be doing. Right now, we got a guy in there who says, "Nah, it's cool. I got it. I got the whole thing." And everyone else is like, "No, you don't got the whole thing." And he says, "No, we got the whole thing." And then you got a bunch of hillbillies climbing on buildings and stuff to let us know that we may not have the whole thing. Let's go.
See, it's kinda like my circus. Circus. Step right up and visit ring number 1. The show's just begun.
Boy, is it a sideshow these days.
I am here to see that the laws get done. The ringmaster of the government.
There you go.
On with the show.
Yeah. So basically, you need a supervisor to make sure that these knuckleheads aren't going crazy. And let's just keep going.
Hurry, hurry, hurry to ring number 2. See what they do in the Congress. Passing laws and juggling bills. Oh, it's quite a thrill in the Congress. Focus your attention on ring number 3. The judiciary's in the spotlight. The courts take the laws and they tame the crimes, balancing the wrongs with your rights. No one part can be more powerful than any other is. Each controls the other, you see, and that's what we call checks and balances. Well, everybody's act is part of the show, and no one's job is more important. The audience is kinda like the country, you know, keeping an eye on their performance. Ring 1, executive. 2 is legislative, that's Congress. Ring 3, judiciary. See, it's kinda like my circus. My circus. Gonna have a 3-ring circus someday. People will say it's a fine one, son. But until I get it, I'll do my thing. With government, it's got 3 rings.
Yeah, so there you go. Schoolhouse Rock strikes again. Teaches us how the government is supposed to be 3 co and equal branches. Not one is more important than the other. Not one is supposed to be getting away with breaking the law. And I think, unfortunately, I think everyone in this argument has a point, because government has been so corrupt and dark money has gone in there to influence elections and all kinds of stuff. But I think if we can flip rockets in space, I think if they can track you, I think if the IRS knows that you owe 75 cents from 3 years ago, I don't see how we can't leverage technology that we have. We're controlling computers with our brains and doing all this stuff, but yet we can't quite leverage technology to keep an eye on how we're spending money. We can't leverage technology to make the process of legislating a little more efficient. I don't. My argument has always been for the richest country in the history of the planet. Boy, we sure are clunky. We want to invest in everything. We want to invest in setting up other governments in different countries. We want to bomb different countries. We want to do all those things, but we can't leverage the technology that was invented here and grown here and has been proven to be helpful here. And we can't leverage that technology to make politicians a little more, a little cleaner. We can track them a little bit. I agree. I agree that folks have been going crazy and they've been spending money on a bunch of really weird things. But this is not what you guys are trying to do right now with making the president above the law and all that stuff. That's not the way that you're breaking it. Our forefathers, who didn't have anything but time to concentrate on the Constitution. They didn't have cable. They didn't have social media. They didn't have all these distractions. They focused and they had conversations and they really planned things out because they understood that we don't, if you live in this country, we don't like strongmen. We like a democracy or a republic. I don't even give a shit. Whichever you want, it's a team environment versus a king or a strongman or whatever it is. In America, it's supposed to be 3 co and equal branches of government to check a tyrant or anything like that wants to take over. And if you look at the process that's happening today, it's very similar to Russia. It's very similar to when Fidel took over Cuba. It's very similar to a bunch of all these other guys, these hot shot, fast talker guys. And unfortunately, there's a lot of folks that haven't been exposed to fast talkers and, slick guys like we have in charge these days. And you just take their word for it. And unfortunately, the powers that be currently can look in our history and point out different things that have happened to the country that is negatively impacting the country, and then they're leveraging that so they can go rob the bank. You know what I mean? So the way I see it is we have a bank robber and all his friends that are pointing the finger at people that might be robbing 7-Elevens or something, and they are currently robbing the bank. That's how I see it. Take it however you want, but that's just how it is. Schoolhouse Rock has shown us that it's supposed to be 3 co and equal branches of government. That's how it was set up, and that's how we keep corruption and all this stuff just at bay. We don't need. It's already hard enough to run a government like America. We shouldn't complicate things by having someone who doesn't believe in the 3 equal branches of government. It just makes things way more difficult. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share it with each and every one of your friends. And if you want to come hang out with me and watch videos while I work on creative projects, hit that subscribe button. Then hit the little bell icon and change that so it says all. That way, every time I come out with something new, you'll be alerted. Don't forget to go to coconutjustice.com to get you some dope gear. And with that, I'm out.
Coconut Justice.